Alright, hi, what's going on, Titanfall community? I'm Nick, and hopefully you are all having an amazing summer. For those who are still in school, I wish the best of luck to you if you're having finals, if you're still in summer. If you are having summer, my bad. If you're in summer mode, hopefully you've been playing Titanfall. And if you've been playing Titanfall, then you've probably noticed a brand new Titan that's been, I wouldn't assume that you've known this, but there was kind of a new Titan that was added to the game, and yeah, everyone kind of freaks out over her. This is the brand new Titan Monarch, and today I believe we should discuss whether she's OP or not, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there used to be a bandwagon for hating Tone, which is understandable, but now that's sort of kind of shifted over to Monarch, and I'm here to discuss whether Monarch truly is OP or not. So let's get right into this. Do we start? Let's start by analyzing Monarch and her main primary weapon. Monarch is a mid-range Vanguard class Titan that can upgrade herself on the battlefield. That's cool. Now, her main weapon is an XO16 chain gun, which is a replica from the original game. Core upgrade core, get into that later. Offensive is salvo rocket, defensive is energy siphon, and its utility is rearm, which basically reduces the cooldown for your defensive and offensives. Alright, so let's go over the XO16 chain gun. Personally, I find this incredibly ridiculous. More so to the fact that if you look at its statistics, it's actually kind of better than, well, Legion's chain gun, and I find that to be ridiculous because its damage drop off is ridiculous. It's next to non-existent. But it's up close, and it's also pretty accurate too. It's up close damage pretty much replicates that of Legion's Predator cannon. But honestly, this is all I seem to be encountering that I would assume is OP about the Titan, but we can get into further discussion about her kits. Energy Thief, basically if you execute Titans, that basically gives you a battery. That's, people are saying that's OP, but what, you get an execution every 2-3 times a day? That's barely ever gonna come in use unless you're playing Titanfall. Of course, then yeah, that's gonna be pretty useful. Survival of the fittest. Again, when the odds of you putting a battery in your Titan when they're doomed, when is that situation ever gonna come up? Because chances are, if your Titan's doomed, it's probably gonna die very soon. So, rapid rearm. Now that's I could see why that would be ridiculously overpowered, but it basically reduces the cooldown of rearm, which essentially reduces the cooldown of your offensive and defensive. So, reducing cooldown for a cooldown ability, if you could put it that way, I could see that being useful, but again, not really that helpful. So far, my impressions on the Titan are that she's pretty alright. She doesn't seem too overpowered. But let's get into her core upgrades. That's where all the real fun starts happening. Alright, missile rack. Salvo rocket fires twice the amount of missiles. Yeah, that seems pretty cool, except the fact that they can't lock on to anything. Arc rounds, 16... XO16 deals more damage to vortex shields, it drains it faster, and thermal shields, increases ammo capacity. So that's, yeah, actually I could see that being helpful, but not overpowered. It does more damage against shields, not health, and with Monarch being a thing, there's going to be a lot more shields, so I can see that being helpful, but again, not too overpowered because it doesn't damage health. And energy transfer, that basically makes Monarch more of a support Titan. It can give you can give health shields to your friendlies. That's pretty cool. Alright, second level, second tier. Rapid rearm and reload, faster reload and rearm speeds. I can't see that being helpful. Maelstrom. Now this is ridiculous. I can see this being overpowered. They should probably nerf this because I've seen people running around with this. And if you're Legion or Scorch, you're toast. I'm just gonna put that out there right now. Maelstrom does more damage, and it pretty much reduces the time for. It gives you all like 5 electric smokes or 4. And energy field. Energy siphons affects a large area around the point of impact. Alright, tier 3 upgrades. Superior chassis upgrades Monarch to like 6 bars of health. Like that's like a bajillion health. Multi-target missiles holds more rocket salvo to. Oh yes, that's right. You hold on rocket salvo, and it locks onto enemy titans. It's basically Tone's lock on stupid missiles. Yeah. And then there's XO16 accelerator. It's basically it turns your chain gun into a devotion, and that's pretty cool. All right, so let's discuss this. Obviously, the more skilled you are, the better you're gonna do. So obviously, but what people don't realize is that people love Monarch. They see Monarch as a challenge. So obviously, the more skilled people are going to be playing Monarch, and that's where I think this hate bandwagoning is coming from, because people see all the skilled people trying out Monarch, and they're getting like a bajillion kills every second. And then these people try hopping on Monarch and they can't do anything because she truly is a really hard Titan to wrap your brain around. Really, the first true 3-star Titan, if you ask me. The only problem that I could ever see with her is that her chain gun technically is better than Legion's minigun. So either her chain gun has to be nerfed, or Legion's minigun has to be buffed. And quite honestly, I'd rather have Legion's minigun be buffed. I mean, it's not like I'm a Legion main and I'm being biased or anything, you know. I mean, yeah. But anyway, so Monarch, I can't honestly see her being an overpowered Titan. And basically, yeah, the shield, the siphon, I can see people seeing that overpowered, but shields really aren't that strong, and you need to hit them like 3 times to regenerate like 75% of your shield bar. So, and then there's the damage they'll do, so there's no chance you'll actually regenerate all the shields. So, yeah, the only way that would be helpful is if you get the juke on them, if you're playing as Monarch. But overall, this really is not, I can't see this being an overpowered Titan. I can think of, I think there's like 2 different Titans that can counter her. I know Ronin is good, and Legion's pretty good. You know, despite the fact that her chain gun is better than his minigun. Which is something wrong in my opinion, but you know, it's Respawn. They do whatever they want. So yeah, I think that about wraps it up. If you guys enjoyed this commentary and enjoyed my opinion and input, hopefully you can drop a like and subscribe. I am switching over to Titanfall videos, and I would very much appreciate the support. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.